Okay, so the morning comes and descends upon you as the sun rises over the mountains to the north, and the sounds of the city below the clock tower kind of start their mornings, basically. You're all tucked away in your beds, still in your outfits from the night before, as a deep and restful sleep has overcome you all. The memories and enchantments of what happened the night prior are still fresh in your minds, but you know that the journey ahead of you is going to be tough, to say the least. But with hope still in your hearts, you all gather your things and meet in the center part of the clock tower. Just the four of you, Evelyn or Eliot or Sapphiria, have yet to arrive, giving you a chance to kind of talk for a minute.
Does everyone have everything?
I think so. I'm not really dying to get out of bed, though.
It was a peaceful dream.
I mean, I liked it because I get to stay now. That's really cool.
I guess we should get ready and head out for the day before too much longer.
Maybe we should wait for Elliot and everybody. But what exactly is our next steps? There's so much to do. I guess we have to go after Chadwick first, right?
Yeah. He seems like, bad juju. Bad news bears.
Yeah, we'll get that taken care of first. I think that's a good plan.
And Evelyn's supposed to help us.
And we have to get those, oh god, what are they called? Demon dogs. Hellhounds.
The hellhounds.
So we have to figure out a way to get them. Well, she said she had to figure it out a way, I guess.
A voice
Basically,
enters the room. Of course, I have the hellhounds taken care of. As Evelyn appears in the room, and she is decked out in her regard, if you will. I wish there was a. I wonder if I can do this. Start a jam. I wonder if this works. Can you guys see this?
yeah.
Cool.
Wait, no. Hold on. How do I get to that?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how. So, Lauren, how did you?
Wait, I figured it out.
I clicked the
Okay.
link.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I meant how do I open the chats because I couldn't click on it from chats. Hey, can I draw on it too? Hey.
No drawing, please.
Why?
Later.
That's not me.
Wasn't me.
I will
was
turn off your abilities to draw on this.
Aw.
Anyways, so she comes in this battle ready outfit for the day for her look, and hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm echoing on something.
You are. I hear myself echoing too.
Is it on Sapphiria, the other one?
I don't hear any echo.
Hello? Okay, it's gone. It's gone now.
Weird.
That was weird. Anyways. Once we get Chadwick, they have agreed to take his soul for ours.
Well, that's
You've
great
been in
news.
communication with them?
With the wraiths, not the hellhounds, of course.
Sounds real spooky. Still.
Let's just say that Grymm owed me a favor.
A lot of people owe you favors. You know that?
Well, I've done a lot for them. What can I say? You know how many thousands upon, if not hundreds of thousands of souls I've given to Grymm over the years?
I don't think that's necessarily a good thing.
Never said it was.
Hey, I mean, some people need to go. It is what
Like
it is.
Chadwick.
Like Chadwick.
Exactly. Now, the good news is that he has decided to take refuge in the castle here in the city. That should be no problem for us, actually. We make our way, assassinate the prince. That deal's done.
And then you can be queen for a day.
For a day.
Or
Unfortunately.
longer. I mean, we still have to go to see a fae in Eden.
That's true, but you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Which brings me up to our next conundrum. That rose needs to be taken care of immediately.
That's what we were going to do as soon as we finish this.
We do not have time to kill Chadwick and get the rose. It's one or the other.
We could split the party.
We could go in teams.
Or there might be another way.
Can we time
Split our
travel?
souls.
We have about 10 princesses that are on our sides to help us on our endeavors. We could send in an elite team of assassins to kill Chadwick while we take care of this rose.
And the hellhounds will know to take.
Yes, the deal has been set. That's why I will go with them to get rid of our prince.
And Elowen will be okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a fancy idea, yeah.
Okay. As long as you say it's okay, then it's okay. Just be careful.
Of course, I always am. Perfect. So that gets rid of that. Now, who are we sending? We can send 3.
Well, who do we think is the most well equipped for an assassination?
Ella's good with magic.
Merida's good with a bow.
Alice isn't a princess. I was going to say Alice.
Let's not send Alice.
The
I'm
three
gonna vote not Alice.
The 3 that I believe would do the best in our abilities for this is Jasmine, Mulan, and Raya.
Oh, yeah. They are pretty good. You're right. Raya looked very tough, actually.
Jasmine didn't strike me as much as a fighter as Merida did.
But she's good at sneaking.
She's
Jasmine
rogue.
is one of the sneakiest and swiftest of the princesses. She can get anywhere and out in the nick of time. She's practically Shadow.
She could be like,
Well, you know, I
Chadwick.
trust your judgment, Evie.
Perfect. That also allows you to choose 3 to go with you all on your journey to Eden.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, what do you guys think?
I
Belle.
definitely think Ella.
Ella. Ella's good with spells and her father's sword.
I still think Merida would be an excellent choice. She has great aim. She's used to a weapon, and she's used to being on the hunt.
Wilderness.
Yeah, I think Merida would be my choice.
Don't think Belle would be a good idea.
Belle is an exceptionally powerful healer, should you get yourselves into a pinch.
But
Who are all
hopefully
our other options?
Well, you also have Aurora, who has the powers of glamours and changing abilities and things like that. You also have Tiana, who's very powerful with potions and elixirs. Elsa, unfortunately, is not available to help. She has things going on in Arendelle to protect, but Anna has said that she will use her rune sword to help out if need be.
What are Ella's strengths? I think that maybe we should try to make sure that we have a good range of skill sets. You know what I mean?
Ella is a powerful warrior and sorceress. She can wield both sword and wand.
Excellent. Might not be the worst idea to have a healer, but what do you guys think?
Remember,
Might not be a bad idea.
you cannot change these after we leave the clock tower. The rest will have their own quest to complete to make sure everything goes harmoniously.
Okay. Well, so
Well,
let's think
definitely.
about our plan and what could most benefit us. We go to Eden. We complete our basically contract with the Fae. We seal the rose and we journey and we take it to the Elder Tree. Once there, we have to wait for Sapphiria, you, and Eliot to get there so you guys can become the pillars.
Elliot will be joining you on your adventure to Eden. Sapphiria has her own quest going back to the Forbidden Fortress to defeat Chernobog. She'll be taking the other princesses to defeat him.
Okay.
Once we
And
have all completed our quest, we will then meet at the Elder Tree.
Okay.
question,
Yes.
knowing that Obsidious likely has an inkling of what we're going to do, he is going to try to put us to sleep. Does Aurora have any magic towards waking up someone?
Funny that you ask. She does.
Because I know that in her original story, she was put to sleep. It was just
Smart.
out of the box idea.
Honestly, Elowen, that's a brilliant thing to ask.
Yeah. And the glamours could help us get to places undetected.
Excellent.
So why don't we have Ella, who's good at both magic and swordplay, excuse me. Merida, who's a good ranger and knows very well how to track our way through going to the Elder Tree. And then Aurora, if the Dreamless pop up, or Obsidious himself, because we have to get to the Elder Tree. And once we get into the territory of the Abori people, my people will help, but we have to get there.
Okay. I think we might have a game plan.
Perfect. Now, I've had Tiana prepare you all potions and ingredients to help you out on your journey this evening. You must take them now in order to take its effects by the time you'll need it. The pastries and beignets that you have been given will allow you to be resurrected should you faint without any rolling. That is only one time.
Okay.
That is our gift to you all.
Is a magical beignet?
Mm-hmm. You have to eat it now in order for the effects to be taken later.
Happily. Thank you.
All right.
Perfect.
Quite delicious.
And I've used the last of our apples to allow you to heal yourselves as if a long rest has happened, as one for each of you.
Okay.
You can take one of those as an action to heal yourself.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to save this. Thank you.
Mhm.
Perfect. Now, let's see the time of running short on time now.
Oh.
I'm going to head to the castle with Jasmine and Raya and Mulan, and we will assassinate Chadwick. Elowen, you should feel a pool be lifted off of you within the hour. This is a good thing. You will no longer have to worry about the hellhounds.
Thank you.
Yes. I will send Sapphiria and the others to head to the Forbidden Fortress to defeat that awful creature, the Chernobog, and release all of our other allies, and then we will all meet you at the Elder Tree.
Okay. We'll see you there.
Hope to see you all on the other side.
You
That
too.
was the foreboding.
We'll see
Well-
you there, Evie. Thank you for everything.
Next time we see you at the Elder Tree, we will be sure to curtsy to our new queen.
Thank you. I'm still debating whether or not I want to take Chadwick's head and keep the crown on it.
You should. I think that's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it's a cool trophy.
I'll mount it on the wall. Anyways, time is of the essence. Elliot should be here soon for you all to travel to Eden.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Ooh,
You too.
thanks. You too.
You too.
And she disappears out of the clock tower. Within a couple minutes, Ella, Aurora, and you guys took who else?
Merida.
Merida.
Yeah.
Arrive in the clock tower with Elliot. And Elliot, he straightens up his cloak and hangs it on the wall, and he switches it into his kind of like battle ready outfit. For preparing a few more things into a bag as Ella and Merida and Aurora all get ready for the incoming battle. Now, Elliot, he starts pacing back and forth, deep in thought. And then he kind of stops and he says, "Are you all ready?"
Not
Yes. Are
really.
you?
I think so. All right. To Eden we go, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Elliot branches a portal in front of you where you can see on the other side this vastly dense and ruined city covered in vine and undergrowth. As you see the Fae in the courtyard next to the horse awaiting you. You all transpire through the portal with ease, feeling that cold rush of magic go across you before you enter the Eden proper, basically. Here's that if you want it. There we go. You know, too much.
What's happening?
All right. So the Fae stands before you with her featureless face. And you hear that unicorn stand next to her and look at you all and says, "Ah, you've come with what I need."
Uh-huh. And they'll take it out and like show. She doesn't know to show the horse or the face. She's just like,
You can show me, dear child. The unicorn is just how I can talk since I have no face.
okay.
She takes it from your hands and places it next to her face to be able to feel it. Perfect. You've done beautifully. I will fulfill my end of the bargain for you.
Thank you.
She goes over to the well, and you feel a crumbling underneath the earth as you start to see plant and vine growth sprout from and crawl out of the well before you. As this beautifully magnificent looking rose appears, um, Fleur goes over and she cuts the vine off with a rose and placing it inside the vial, and then the vines start to decay and wither and seep back into the well hole, and then it lifts up and floats in the air, and is given back. Eliot takes it and he puts it in his bag, and Eliot says, "Thank you, Fleur, for the good of Everas. Thank you." And Eliot kind of looks at you all, and he turns back to Fleur and says, "Is it true about the pillars?" And Fleur says, "Yes, it is." And Eliot says, "Okay, okay." He looks at you all, and he's like, "I can get us to the forest, but not to the Elder Tree. There's ancient, powerful magics that won't allow us to portal there.
Okay, that's
But
no problem.
we are close."
Yeah,
Wait.
and I'm sure Merida can help us through the forest, and Elowen's people.
I
I
can
know
get you
that
through
forest.
Go ahead.
I know that forest very well.
We'll see. We'll be all right then, because I get through any forest if I do say so myself. It sucks that Angus ain't here to help me out and ride.
Would you like a horse?
Nah, that's all right. I got 2 feet.
She can walk like the rest of us. It's good exercise.
I can walk. I have feet, not a fin.
Oh, wait. Elowen looks back at Fleur. What is her name, Fleur?
Fleur.
Fleur, you said you took something from us for
Mhm.
our contract. What was it?
You'll find out soon enough.
I feel like it really says a lot to say that this is one of the strangest contracts I've ever entered into.
Don't upset the Fae. She whispers and nudges real fast.
Maybe it was a compliment.
I was only asking.
Sal's hiding behind Lucan just in case.
Thank you. We best get going.
Of course.
Yes, thank you
Go.
for everything.
You're welcome. Just save Everas and save yourselves.
Do our best. And she looks at Elliot real fast and then
Yeah.
gives a smile.
We can certainly try. Well, come on, guys. And she'll start walking towards Elliot.
Elliot takes lead with everyone, and you all start traversing through the forest. You can tell that Elliot's not talking a lot. He's just trying to make his way as Elowen and Merida lead you guys to the forest before probably about 45 minutes to an hour passes by, and Elowen, you feel that pull just like get away from you, like almost like there was something was pulling on you and it's been officially severed.
Elowen stops for a second while they were walking. She puts a hand on her chest and she takes a deep breath. Chadwick is no more.
Oh,
Really? It happened?
It happened.
How do you feel?
Light. Airy. It's as if a cloud of doom has gone and I can see the sun. I don't have that feeling in the back of my mind that it's coming.
Voices. Bailey puts a hand on Elowen's shoulder and just smiles. Good. Good.
Well, this forest is huge. We still have a while to go. I don't even see the trail markings of my people yet. I know we're going the right direction.
You head deeper into the forest, and starting as you head deeper and deeper in, instead of it being cold and wintry, you start to feel the warmth of summer kind of envelop around you. As you slowly make your way towards the heart of the enchanted forest, the forest of dusk and dawn, if you will. And the signs, the runes, and kind of the carving of nature that only the Arbori people can understand are pointing the way towards the elder tree as you follow the signs. And finally, eventually, you come to the city of Hollowroot as it appears on the horizon in the forest, and you see the gargantuan elder tree in the center of it. Its massive tree boughs and branches and roots that kind of go across the forest floor and things like that. There's an eerie chill and quietness to the area as you realize that the elves have abandoned the city. No one is there. It's almost kind of a weird ghost town to see it like this.
Where is everyone?
I don't know.
Is this real? This is not like a dream, right?
No. I'm not able to go back into the dream world right now. So there's no way this is a dream.
Do you think it's him?
I don't know.
Where are all my people?
I don't know. Let's just keep heading towards the tree.
Surely
Okay.
someone's guarding it.
We're supposed to be. Be on
Does,
your guard.
okay. This doesn't have anything to do with what you asked Fleur, right? About the pillars?
No. No, it doesn't.
You okay?
Yeah. I'll be okay. Just
Promise?
a lot of anxiety right now.
Okay. And she like takes his hand and squeezes it just gently. And
Thank you,
let
though.
go. Mhm.
As you head to the center of the city and of the elder tree, you see this kind of stone archway temple that leads into the center of the tree. There's no guards. There's no one around. It just feels barren.
Something isn't right.
No, there should be guards here. The Arbori people, we defend it with our lives.
Why would it be left unattended? Is there any reason that you can think of? Or has
I
something
said
terrible happened?
the only way we would leave it unattended is if something terrible happened to my people.
Oh,
Okay.
Elowen.
Let's go in deeper.
Are you okay?
I have to be.
Okay, let's go.
Can thou do detect good and evil?
Mm-hmm.
Just to have out?
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna do that.
So you can see that there is no sign of any type of fae, like there's no humanoids or any type of creature um, uh, in the area. You don't even feel any type. The only type of magic you feel is from the elder tree. But nothing seems off, as if whatever happened was on purpose.
Do you think they could have gone back to the unseelie court to be safe? Is that a possibility, Elowen?
Not the Abori, the elves and the other Fae, yes. But not my people. My people are separate from the Sealy court.
Okay. I just wonder if they took. What if they're in the tree? Is that possible? Can we get inside the tree? Like, inside the tree.
No,
We're gonna have to.
we can only go to the center of the tree, where the eternal springs are.
I guess that's where we should be heading then, right?
Hmm.
We're almost there.
It
It's
just
just
feels weird.
very weird.
It's all right. We're well prepared. Let's not forget that.
As you journey towards the eternal springs, you see there are two figures at the end of the kind of dirt and stone pathway who are slumped over against the wall, kind of like as if they're sitting down, slumped over.
Elowen runs up to them to see if they're alive.
You can tell that they're breathing, that they're not dead. They seem to just be sleeping.
Oh.
It
Oh.
smells of Obsidious.
Aurora? Are you
Hold
able-
on. I will try to use the power of awakening. And she goes over to them and she places both of her hands over them as kind of a pink and bluish color magic reverberates off of them. But they don't seem to awake. That's not possible. The good fairies, they gave me this power to awake anyone who's fallen into a sleep.
Even a very dark, magical sleep.
It should. Unless
Unless they're in a nightmare.
exactly. If their animals are locked, they won't be able to wake up. Similar to like what happened to you, Elliot.
Oh. Okay. What if this is not only located right here? What if this has happened in more places than we know of? Like, what if it's happened in Haven, or in Ondapur, or anywhere?
You hear a group of people coming down the pathway behind you where you just come from.
Who goes there? Hides behind Lucan.
There you can't see them yet, but you can
Oh.
hear something coming.
Bailey
Hello?
will get her sword ready and turn to face them.
Elowen stands tall and she has her staff out. She says, "Halt! Who goes there? The Abori people are here to protect the Elder Tree."
You see shadows kind of casted along the walls as they start, as you can hear them coming closer down the pathway, and then you see it's Evelyn and the others, and she's like, calm down, it's just us. But where is everyone?
Exactly.
Trying to figure that out currently. We found these two in a nightmare. How was Haven? Was there people sleeping everywhere?
No.
Okay.
This is quite strange, everyone. Let's just keep heading
Elder
in.
tree is unguarded.
I don't
Who
think there's
knows what he has done to it?
I don't think there's anything we can do about it right now except keep going forward. We'll figure it out one way or another.
Okay. Deeper we go. Hopefully there's more alive people, not dead people.
They're not dead.
Yeah, they're alive people, but not dead.
You start to go deeper into the chambers of the elder tree, and you're starting to pass more and more elves slumped over and asleep along the walls. There's no bloodshed. Doesn't even look like a fight, or if they were even prepared for a fight. Um, but Elliot looks around, and he like looks at the dirt on the walls and things like that, and he takes his finger and like puts it in his mouth and like licks the dirt and salt. He said, "There's a magical residue here, but I can't quite discern what it is."
Sal does the same. I taste dirt.
I'm gonna go ahead and not taste the dirt if that's okay with everyone.
Well, Elowen goes and she does the same. She uses her finger and she puts it in her mouth. She closes her eyes. Can she discern anything from it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Is this okay? Well, in the stories of Aurora, everybody fell asleep. Could this be Mal's magic?
This magic, does it taste like Everas?
What?
It's
Then
like
what?
it's a magic from another world.
Huh?
Technically, Obsidious is from a different plane of existence. Or are you talking like how Alice is or how you are?
Like me.
Is it possible that I mean, can you tell if it's a beneficial magic or something dark?
Can't tell if it's good or evil.
Is
Maybe
it
it's
from the Earth?
No, Earth doesn't have magic.
Evelyn,
Yes.
when you got rid of Chadwick, was the other Eliot there?
Surprisingly, no, he wasn't.
What if he's here and that's why you can't tell what this magic is? It would be partially what the body creates, but also has an essence of Obsidious.
Obsidious is of Everas.
Yes, but you aren't.
Ah,
Your body isn't. It would be
But
like
it's
the magic
is.
twists itself. It's twisted.
I like the way you're thinking, because that's
I
smart.
don't know
But
if that's the answer, but it could be why you can't trace it.
And I don't want to do detect magic in here because I think everything will light up, including you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like I've known this magic before, but I don't know. Evie, I talked to Fleur, and what did she say? She said that it's true. Well, then the decision is made, Elliot, and you know this. I know, but I can't help feel guilty. You shouldn't. Okay?
Guilty for what?
I don't have time to explain. Come on. And finally, you enter the central kind of underneath of the elder tree in this large circular chamber built of earth and root and stone and dirt. As you see this billowing eternal springs underneath the elder tree that houses Oknos's heart, the birthplace of magic. As the waters kind of billow and the gurgling of a babbling brook, if you will, kind of echoes through the chamber as you see Sapphiria standing there at the Eternal Springs. She's kneeling, watching the waters kind of go.
I don't know how to play right now. Shit. Sapph will turn back and look at them with a smile and stand, greet them.
So, the sleeping people, was that you?
Me?
Yeah, all the people that are asleep, the guards, the empty city.
Why would I put a city to sleep?
Did you see it on your way here?
No, I've been here for a little bit.
There's
So-
nobody outside. It's empty. The people we did find are asleep, and even Aurora can't wake them.
Sapph looks at Elliot like a little bit frightened. I didn't put them to sleep. I don't know how. I mean, I know how. I wouldn't.
Were they asleep when you got here?
No, I came right here.
So how they let you in? They wouldn't have let you in.
I portaled.
You portaled straight into the tree?
Yeah.
You can't.
Technically, it's my second time doing this. Third time. Third time doing this. There's a way around. I have a way around. Don't call Queen Seraphina. She's not very happy every time I do it. Well, she's only known one time. One time I got caught. But sleeping people. You can't wake them. Is it Mal?
No. The magical residue around here is not of Everas.
Ooh.
Would you be able to tell if it was from the void?
Yes,
So it's something you've never seen before at all.
it's familiar, but I know it's not from here.
Sapph kind of looks down and away. You don't think
I don't have time to think. We need to create these pillars now. Yep, that rose isn't going to last forever. Eliot takes out the rose from his bag, and he pulls out the bottle topper, and he dumps the rose into the eternal springs as the rose floats on top before descending into the depths of the waters below. And he, Sapph, and Evie all kind of stare into the eternal springs, kind of look in to see if they can find anything, but nothing seems to happen. Okay, I really thought something magical was going to happen when that happened.
Just give it a second.
It's okay. Maybe it did, and we just can't tell.
I know, but like we're creating these pillars, like I feel like something.
Are you guys nervous about the pillars?
Horribly.
very.
Okay, well, I guess we just wait.
I mean, we really don't know what to do. We don't have any inkling how they were made before. We're just guessing, which is, I feel like, what we've been doing this whole time is guessing.
Do you think maybe you should try praying to Yuna? Or speaking or stating your intention? We've done that kind of stuff in the past.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
could.
know.
Well. The rose has returned to the eternal springs, and all is right in the world. You turn to see that Eliot is on the other side of the chamber, along with Sapphiria and Evelyn at their sides. Good job in completing that such horrible, awful, grueling task. You should all give yourselves a pat on the back.
Not this time.
What do you mean, not this time?
I'm not patting myself on the back this time. It was not good. This isn't good.
What are you guys doing? What?
I want my body back, Obsidious. No, but it was looking so good on me, though. And I've gained a couple spells. It's been quite nice. And in a fraction of a second, you see this glacially ice reverberate off of the other Elliot. We'll call him Void Elliot. Reverberate off of his hands, and immediately encase Elliot, Sapph, and Evie in just a glacial, like, pillar of ice. And to think, the new pillars who are going to create them, the heralds, have been frozen in ice, all with one magical spell. Just think of what I can do with the rest of you.
Like what?
Don't egg him on.
Okay. I just want to know what kind of magic he has so I know what that defeat.
You can try, Obsidious, but we're prepared for this. More than I think you know.
The more. But the thing is now I have your friends on my side. And
No,
we
you-
won't. Well, I don't know. Sapphiria and Elliot or and Evelyn seem to be on this side of the room.
It's not them. We know better. We're used to your tricks.
Yeah, see, I thought you'd say something like that. Unfortunately, it is your time to go. Such sad and pathetic.
No, it's not our time to go. We we didn't come this far not to fail. We'll defeat you.
And we won't. Get ready, Obsidious. And she casts a moonbeam at him.
All right, go ahead and roll
Oh
initiative.
shit! I don't think we're supposed to do that.
Yeah, no,
Ouch.
get us started. I'm ready. Let's
I'm
take him
ready.
out. Let's take this motherfucker down.
Okay, he has to beat a con save of 19.
Let me get this ready here. There we go. I had to get up my tracker here.
I'm like shaking. I'm so nervous.
He got a 21.
I'm shaking. I'm so
Okay,
excited.
you still get half. To 10. Okay. 18 damage. And it's radiant damage.
Okay. Okay, let me. All right, 23, 25.
21.
Okay. 15 through 20.
17.
10 through 15.
10.
And then melee.
Got a 7.
Okay. All right, so Thal, Ellen, Lucan, and then Bailey. You said how much damage? I'm sorry.
18.
Okay. Eight, mine, eight. Oof. Alrighty. Go ahead, Thal, then.
Thal's gonna run to. Can she make it to the ice where they are at?
Yeah.
Is it too far? Okay, she's gonna try to get to the ice and she's gonna cast Shatter on it and try to start shattering the ice.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any damage. It's 3d8 damage if you want me to damage the ice.
The ice does have a health bar. Which one are you trying to get out?
Elliot for 20.
Okay. You said 20 points?
Yeah.
Okay. Ending your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Okay.
Oh, is
Next,
it me?
yeah, it's
Oh,
Elowen.
okay. Oh, that's what I thought. Wait,
What's up?
are you just thinking, Lauren? Because, like, I'm confused. Because I thought it was, like, never
Ellen,
mind.
it's your turn, Lauren.
Yeah, I was thinking. I'm sorry.
Mary, you got 20 seconds.
What?
You got 20 seconds.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna summon a giant elk.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, Lucan.
Okay, so he will pull out his shield and his great axe and enter rage. And he will go in for an attack, I guess. And as he like enters rage, he's kind of grumble at Elowen that he has to do this. And so he also gets the extra attack, so 2 attacks.
Okay.
That is a 18 and
Who is he attacking?
oh I don't know who's closest to it.
All three.
Obsidious. Which I
Void
feel like
Elliot.
yeah, Void Elliot. And then another 18.
Okay. So that was both 18s to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So they do not hit. So Lucan, you said you use your axe and your
Yes.
shield. Okay.
Yes.
So you run up and try to attack Void Elliot, but they both attacks kind of miss there. Bailey.
All right, I'm gonna go after Void Elliot. I'm gonna get close to him and I'm gonna use one of the magical iron daggers from Elliot
Okay, automatic hit.
on Void Elliot.
Mhm.
Um, 15 to hit.
15 damage.
15 to hit.
No, the daggers are automatic hits.
They're automatic hits? Why did I not know that? Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. It's about to be way more than that because I'm also going to use sneak attack. So it's going to be 6 points of damage plus 9d6. So let me just do that on my phone because I'm not about to roll 9 dice real quick. So 7 plus 25, 32. 32
30.
points of damage.
Okay. All right. So,
Can I?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Okay, because didn't he get like a warhammer? But I thought, because wasn't that from Eliot?
yes.
Okay.
The daggers, that was specifically the daggers, they were automatic, like they automatically succeed when once hit. The Warhammer, add 2 dice rolls to whatever the damage is. For the one that he got from Elliot, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so Void Evelyn goes first. And she is going to use she's going to cast a Disrupt Life. Everyone is going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
What did everyone get?
7.
14.
21.
Ash?
Wait, is that an
I didn't
area
hear
of
what you said. I'm sorry.
9, 9, 9, 9,
9.
9. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you now.
Okay.
It's not it. Well,
It doesn't matter. I answered my own question. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So the everyone but Lucan, you guys take 42 points of necrotic damage. Lucan, you take half of that, so 21.
Oh God. Okay. Well.
But it's Evelyn can't do anything for the next 3 turns. Void Evelyn can't. So you're okay with that. And then next is Void Sapph. Who uses she's gonna cast Gravaja. She's going to attack let's see. She's gonna attack Thal. It's
Okay.
for going after the ice. 6 plus 19, that hits. You're gonna take 26 force damage.
Okay. Okay.
And then Void Elliot. is going to use on Elowen freezing wind. Or no, any creature in that path. So that would have been Thal and Elowen because they're back. Bailey and Lucan are in combat area. So roll a Constitution saving throw.
Come on. 7.
10.
Below a 16, you're going to take 28 cold damage.
Fuck. Okay. Sal's not looking very great, guys. She is bleeding in all sorts of places she shouldn't be.
I'm gonna take my damages for because you only have Merida, or you got a couple, so I'm gonna take just minus average 2. We'll average 175 for all of their attacks, 75 points of damage. Okay. And then on his other attack, Void Eliot is going to summon and his army of Dreamless. So 10 Dreamless enter the battle arena, surrounding you all. And then Ella, she said, "Don't worry about them. We'll take care of them. You focus on the Void versions of them."
Okay.
All right, we'll go up to Ellen.
Well, me, right? I'm up top.
Oh,
That
Thal,
was
sorry, yes.
Okay, she's immediately going to eat her apple.
Okay,
So, because I was at 15 hit points.
okay. That's a cost an action.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just going to stay hidden behind the best she can. The ice.
All right. Then Elowen, you're next.
Elowen is going to cast Hold Person on. We'll go Void Eliot. Has to beat a Constitution saving or Wisdom. I'm sorry, Wisdom of 19.
He has a condition immunity of being restrained.
Boo. Okay. Well, her action has already been taken. She failed.
You can try something else.
Are you sure?
That's fine.
Okay. She's gonna go over and touch Thal and give her stone skin. So the spell turns the flesh of a willing creature you touch as hard as stone. Till the spell ends, the target has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. But non-magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives you something. And then she's gonna look around. We need some help. If anybody can hear us, my fairy godfather, Sapphiria, I call upon you to help us.
What happens is you feel your staff vibrate and it starts to glow, but that's it.
Okay.
All right, next is Lucan.
All right. So if he were to switch out his great axe for his warhammer, does that count as
No, because you
anything?
have that little ability to switch out your weapons.
Okay.
The little thing that Elliot gave you.
Yeah. And then, okay, so he's gonna go ahead and switch out for that because he may have forgotten that he had it. And then he's gonna go in for 2 more hits specifically on Void Elliot, and hope it's better than the last. So that probably does not hit because that's less than last time.
Go ahead and roll both.
And that is the same as last time. So
Okay. So what happens is you feel like a rush of air go around you, and real quickly on your left, and you see Mulan running in real swift right next to you, adding 10 to that AC, and she also times 2s your attack. Yeah, so yeah.
So how many attacks am I rolling? Just
You get 2, and then times both by 2.
okay. So that is a 17 and a 15 times
So
2. Whatever that is.
17 plus 15 times 2, it's 64 points of damage.
Dang. Thank you.
And then yeah, as like Mulan goes around, she like kind of swift goes back into the battle, defeating, going after some more Dreamless. That feat is called On Your Left. You now have that ability to do that at any time. As a bonus action, you can use On Your Left. Now, it's not always going to be Mulan, but it could be any of the princesses, but you just have to use that as a bonus action. Okay?
Okay.
How does that work exactly? Is that for everyone or just Lucan?
Just Lucan right now.
Got you.
So I just say on your left.
Yeah, like
say...
I want to. Yeah, I want to use for my bonus action. I want to use on your left, and then I'll tell you what happens.
Okay.
All right, Bailey.
Okay, she is going to again use the dagger from Elliot, but she is going to, I guess this time she's gonna go after Evie, Void
Okay.
Evie.
Good choice.
Yeah, and so that's gonna be another 7. $27 plus 7. 44?
Points of damage.
44 points of damage. Wait,
What was the AC?
34 points of damage. You said for Elliot, I don't have to roll attack. For the daggers, I don't
for the
have to
daggers,
roll.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, and you said you were attacked out.
34, not 44. So yes,
Sorry.
34. And that was Evie.
Okay. So I basically have the 3 of their hells compiled into one. That way it's just easier for me to track. And out of you hear a woman's voice. She goes, "I got your back," and it's Ella. She heals you for 10 points of damage, and then adds an additional 10 points of damage to your attack. And so that is also your bonus action.
Great.
Is got your back.
Got your back, and that's plus 10, and then adds 10 to damage.
Correct. Plus
Brilliant.
10 to your health, 10 to damage. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, Ella.
I got it. Just stay vigilant. Vigilant.
Same thing.
Trey,
Yes.
when can my giant elk go?
Oh, that was on your turn. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can he go now?
Yeah, that's fine.
How far is the elk away from everybody?
Everyone is within 60 feet of each other. It's a circular battle arena.
Okay. Well, the elk is going to charge.
Okay.
At let's go Void Sapphiria. And I'm gonna roll AC. Let's see. Do you get any additional? No. So it is 15 to hit.
Okay. So you get the bonus action of I'm right here. Tal appears in a glittering magical burst to increase your AC by 2.
Okay.
And also increase your hit by 5.
Okay. Okay. So then it would be a 17. Does it hit?
Wait, who are you hitting?
Sapphiria.
Yes.
Okay. All right. It is going to use its ram attack with its charge, which is 2d6 plus 9, basically. Equals 15 plus 16 plus 6 equals 22. 24. 24 times 7 is
I got it. $168 points of damage.
that is the giant elk's turn. Sorry, I will do it as soon as I'm done with my turn. I didn't understand the lineup.
No, you're okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Dal, you're up.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Voids are up.
And I didn't want that to go.
Sorry.
No, it is. It's wait. No, it's after because Lucan just went. Bailey just went. Back up to Thal. Oh no, now it's the
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
voids.
And princesses.
So we'll the princesses now are no longer with the bosses. They're trying to go after the dreamless.
Okay.
But Eliot, Void Eliot is going to use is going to use Sleet Storm in the area around himself, Evelyn, and Sapphiria. Anyone within a 40-foot radius. As freezing rain and sleet starts to fall, the ground is now covered in slick ice, making it difficult terrain. When the creature enters the area for the first time or on a turn that it happens to start there, it must make a dex saving throw. If it fails, it falls prone.
So I have danger sense, so I have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that I can see.
Okay.
So can I use that for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have evasion, which is like I can nimbly dodge out of the way of AoE spells that require a dex save.
Okay.
And I take no damage if I succeed and half damage on a fail.
That's anytime you want to be any
Anytime
turn.
every turn.
Every turn, you're gonna have to roll it.
Do I
Do we
have to
take damage
roll every
now?
turn?
Yes, every turn.
Okay.
That you're in that area for. Okay. And then Evelyn is still recharging, and Sapphiria. Sapphiria is going to use Shadow Swallow. She's going to use it on Bailey.
Okay.
You will need to let's see, +5 to hit. No, that does not hit. So you're good on that.
Great.
And then No, that's the end of that round. They have regeneration now. Every round, they earn 80 points at the start of their turn.
Oh shit. Okay.
Did you do Void Evie?
Evie's,
She can't go.
yeah,
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry.
she's recharging. But she only has one more round that she has to recharge, and then she's gonna use it again. So better be prepared. Gotta learn those battle mechanics. All right, now we're back up at the top. Go ahead, though.
Ooh. Okay. Thal is going to cast Shatter at 5th level on the same ice block, Elliot's ice block.
She said, I'm using my spell slots.
39 points of shatter damage.
So the ice block immediately where Elliot was, cascades and shatters. It only had 3 hit points
Oh.
left. But I'll use those other 2 as if the spell just kind of rebounded on Evie and Sapph.
Okay.
All right. You see, Elliot does collapse onto the ground. He is suffering from hypothermia right now.
She can't go to him, obviously, because
Right.
she has no action. She can move to him.
She can move. Yeah, that's movement.
She'll move in front of him to like block him, like to guard him
Okay.
from everybody else.
Elowen and Elowens first. So before you even start your turn, your staff reverberates a glow, and Cynthia appears from a viney portal to help aid you in battle. This does replace your Great Elk,
That's fine.
as it does consume that. But yeah, he is now able to battle. You're going to add 2 to everything on your Great Elk.
Okay.
And you're also going to be able to gain back 10 points of health every at the end of your turn.
Okay.
With regen.
Okay. All right.
So-
I am going to use Sunbeam
On.
We're gonna go Void Elliot. Constitution saving throw of 19 has to beat.
Constitution's plus 10.
I know. I'm sorry.
13. Not bad. 13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, technically, he has a legendary advantage. So I'll go ahead and roll that again. And that's a 28. So sorry.
It's still half damage.
But hey, half damage is half damage.
Okay.
He can only do that 3 times, though. So how
You
much
sure?
is damage? Yeah, no, he can. Yeah. He can only do it 3 times.
It's just 11.
11 points of damage. Hey,
Yeah.
still something. All right, now you got Cynthia.
See, 22.
The hit?
Yeah.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, he is going to use his hooves to attack Void Elliot because he's right in front. That's who we attacked last time.
He'll need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oops, hold on. With disadvantage?
Nope.
No? Okay. It didn't go too well. So Dex, when you mean +3, +2, does that mean everything across the board?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's +5. So 13 + 5, 18.
Yep, that beats it.
Okay.
So he
So
does not get knocked prone.
Okay. +48. but that's so it's 68. Give me a second. 7, 11, 18, 2, 5 plus 5. It's 30 points of damage for just that.
Alrighty, and that is your turn. Lucan.
So I already rolled the dexterity with advantage, and my advantage was 18.
Yep,
So,
you're good.
And then he's going to try again. To oh fuck. Hit point Elliot.
Okay.
And that was a 11. So we'll see how the other one goes real quick. Fuck this dice. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
You're okay.
Can he use on your left again?
Yeah. Absolutely. So, with this, you feel 3 bolts of arrows whiz past his left side as it helps with damage on the if you were able to succeed that attack. But it does enough damage. It does give you 16 points of damage on that roll. So he at least got hit for 16 points.
Okay. I rolled a 2 and a 4. I have a +9 for attack. And like this is bullshit.
I'm so sorry.
Dice jail.
All right. Next up we got Bailey.
Yep. So I'm still pretty close up to them, so I need to roll the dex saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I rolled in that one.
So you are knocked prone in this area. That means you can't do anything on your turn until you use an action to get back up.
Okay, so I'll use an action to get back up.
No, on your next turn.
I only get a movement on this turn?
You said you were. Oh no, you were attacking, correct?
I just said I'm still in that area. I hadn't attacked yet.
Okay,
So
so
I would probably have been moving within 5 feet of them.
okay, so then yeah, nothing happens on this turn. Then if you want to
Okay,
use your
that's fine. So I can use an action to try to get back up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do I need to roll to get back up?
You can just use that as your action on your next turn, or you'll be up on your next turn.
Okay, then I'll just get up.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's it then. But can I still use my bonus action to do got your back?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do that.
So with this one, you get a feeling of like of positivity and feeling of goodness with inside of you as Tiana heals you for 10 points of damage. Alrighty. So then Evie's done for the count. Void Eliot. Have to go back between 3 character sheets.
I can barely manage one, so I don't know how you do it.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Void Elliot is going to use imprisonment on Elowen. You're going to roll a wisdom saving throw.
25.
Good job.
Fuck.
All
Wow.
right. Well, that was a close one. For sure. So let's see.
What is that spell? I'm just curious.
You create a magical restraint that can be burial, chaining, hedge prison, minimus containment, slumber. Basically, my choice to kind of put you out of the battle.
Okay.
And you can't even get out of it. Once you're in it, you can't get out of it until the spell ends.
Okay.
So, and then Sapph is going to use paralyzing touch on Thal.
Cool.
Plus 13 to hit. Yep, that definitely hits. That's a 31.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then roll a constitution saving throw.
Five.
You are paralyzed for 1 minute, so 10 rounds.
Shit.
So I don't know that it will help with the paralysis, but can I use my reaction? Spirit shield. So my guardian spirits help me. So if another creature that I can see within 30 feet of me takes damage, I can use my reaction to reduce that damage by 2d6.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that as a reaction.
Okay. Are you gonna?
Are rolling terribly. Sorry, what?
Do you want me to roll the d6? You probably don't, but that's fine.
I probably do.
I mean, I do.
So that was a 5
Okay.
and
So
a
only
2.
So it's only taking 3 points of damage. Okay, and then that's back up the top.
Well, I mean, I'm paralyzed.
Okay, so
Question.
yeah.
Is paralyzed kind of like a charm?
No.
Damn it.
Charmed is a
Okay.
charm. Charmed,
Okay.
frightened, poison, paralysis, petrified, those are all different types of status immunities. Charmed is not. Yep, sorry.
It's okay. I was going to try to use greater restoration on her.
Gotcha.
I was thinking about doing it to myself.
But I don't know if it would work. It would say one that is affected by being charmed or petrified. Curses, any reduction to one's ability scores, one effect reducing the target's hit points maximum. No,
Nope.
I didn't think it would work. I just wanted to ask.
That's okay.
Okay.
On Thal, on your turn, you can repeat that Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 16.
Nope, does not work.
Okay.
All right. Next.
That dice is going away.
Elowyn.
Yep, I am going to do let's do erupting earth.
Okay.
So in a cube, about 20 feet. So I'm hoping to get at least
Who are you
Sapphiria,
attacking?
Void Sapphiria, and Void Evelyn in it.
So Bailey is in that.
Bailey is in that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's already too late. Sorry, Bailey. Good luck. You have to be a dex save of 19.
25,
Do I
and
get
28.
advantage? I get advantage on that, right? Because it's an area of effect spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 14, 24.
All three of us succeed it. We take half, so 1d12 bludgeoning damage.
So so it's 31. And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, do I'm here.
Okay.
And so that's
Uh,
+5.
Mhm.
So it's 36.
So, yep.
Half
36.
of that is what? 17?
18.
18?
18 points
Ooh.
of damage to the three of us. Okay.
18.
Plus, well, 18. But it's two people, so okay, cool. All right, Lucan.
Wait,
Oh yeah, that's right. You have
Yeah.
Cynthia.
here. So 15 to hit. I'm gonna go after let's go after Evelyn.
Okay.
Does it hit?
What is it?
15?
Yep.
Okay, Cynthia's gonna use charge
Okay.
on her. So let's do, I have to use ram, I think. Yes, with ram. And so that's 2d6. 5 plus 6, 11 plus 9 equals 22. And then another 26, 27, 27 times 7.
189.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna go after Evelyn. Void Evelyn.
Okay. Now it's Lucan's turn.
All right. So I already rolled his dex saving throw, and he got 21 with advantage, and then that is a nat 20.
There you go, double damage.
And I also have something too. Let me find it. Brutal critical, so I can roll 3 additional weapon damage die when determining the extra damage for a critical hit with a melee attack. Okay, so and then that one is not going to hit. That was a 3. So
You'll roll 4 dice, then times by 2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18. Hold on.
You're fine.
I gotta do some math, and then I will tell you. Calculator, please.
I got it. Just what is it?
Well, oops. So my flat roll without the times 2 is 56.
So 56 times 2 is 112.
Okay.
Alrighty, and then now we're at Bailey.
All right, so it's working, so I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm going after Void Eliot with real Eliot's daggers.
You rolled for the area.
Oh, no, I forgot to do that. Thank you. So for the AoE, oh my god. Okay, Dice Chill, it's another nat 1. Jesus Christ.
So nothing happens on this round, not prone.
Oh my god, okay. Well, I'm going to, again, just, I guess, can I still use an action to get up?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just going to stand up, slip and fall, and stand back up.
There you go. Alrighty, so Evelyn's back in the account. Everyone roll a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, nat 20.
5.
16.
13.
42 points of necrotic damage to everyone except for Elowen. She automatically succeeds the roll, only taking half damage.
What was the total amount? 40 what?
42, so 21. All right. So that was Evelyn. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to do this? Well, Sapph will use Sapph is going to use Beam. A destructive ray of 5,000-foot line. Each creature in that line must make a DC dexterity saving throw. And that line would have been everyone but thou.
A what saving throw?
Dex.
Do I get advantage on it? Can I see it?
Oh yeah, I get advantage on that too. Oh, beautiful. I got a nat 20.
At 10.
18.
This is going to be devastating. So anything below a 27, it's going to be taking 78 points of radiant damage.
Does a nat 20 count as higher than that?
You automatically succeeded it, but you'll take half damage.
Great.
So he's Lucan's also going to use his spirit shield again.
Okay.
I don't know who needs it more.
You can't ask. Metagame.
I know. I know Thal's pretty squishy, so he's gonna.
We can't hear you, Ash.
It didn't hit me. I wasn't in
yeah.
line of sight.
Okay.
To help you out.
So he will use Spirit Shield for Elowen, and then also because I had this typed in a different section and I don't know why and I forgot about it. My ancestors are powerful enough to retaliate now, so when I use Spirit Shield to reduce damage, the attacker takes an amount of force damage that your Spirit Shield prevents. So 2d6. 4, 5.
9 points. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's not a lot, but
the spirit shield halves that damage.
Thank
you.
I just reduce it by 9.
Okay.
You said 78 was the total, right, Trey?
78.
78. Okay, so I'm taking 39.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for not hitting me because I would have died.
Okay. So let's pull that back up. That was Sapph. Sapph is now down. She cannot do anything for 6 rounds.
Good.
So Evie is also down for 3 rounds now. So it's just Eliot left. And he is going to say, do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Enough of this. And he sheds the body of Eliot to go into his Fae form, basically.
Okay. Well, I'm paralyzed.
We're now out of combat, so you're unparalyzed now.
Okay.
Don't think this is over.
Oh, it's not.
Really, you're gonna chicken out?
No. I'm just going to bring you to my plane.
Oh
And
shit.
he casts plane shift.
Oh shit.
And everyone in the chamber switches to the void. As if you see the colorness of the elder tree dissipate. And you all are in the black, inky darkness of the void with the half-inch of water at your feet. But Evie, Sapphiria, and Eliot are now out of their ice forms. And you all just feel queasy, you feel nauseous, you feel disheartened. Giving you all a moment to talk. Here's this if you want it.
What did
Obsidious like vanish?
Yeah, it's just you guys now. No princesses, just you guys and Eliot, Sapphiria, and Elowen.
What do we do, Mr. Elliot?
Eliot and Evelyn and Sapphiria are all laying on the inky black waters of the void. And Evelyn's like, damn him. How was he able to do that so quickly?
I don't know.
The last time we knew that he didn't have magic. I don't know how he has magic now. Like, what did he do?
The rose.
He gave him magic?
It completely exuberated the weave. But we have this. And Eliot pulls out a pillar from where the rose once was that he was clutching in his hands. It's this beautiful lime green, intricate looking tower with specks of black glittering and gold on the inside of it in like a swirling storm. And he looks over to Sapphiria and says, "It's yours."
Sapph, like, what do you mean it's mine?
Evelyn and I decided
Decided what?
that you are now a true goddess of Everas, and you will save us all. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
What?
No!
How?
Oh, no, don't get there. We can play for another 2 hours if you guys want.
I don't care, but I know other people
I
have to
can't.
have work.
If I didn't have work, I'd be down.
I
But
do have a busy day tomorrow, but holy shit, dude, I'm so into it.
Oh, man.